Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Controllers Katanas. I am Martin, aka Mario Cool, here with Ian, aka Relic.
Yo,
I am dying. I am dying today because I've got a sore throat again. But we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through straight into the nerd news, and Ian's got some good stuff for you.
Just a quick one. We're both on death's door, so we're changing the name of the podcast from Controllers and Katanas to Coffins and Caskets. So we are both done for. But yeah, I want to kick it off this week, right? I watched this Saturday, just gone. There's a Batman Beyond fan film that released. It's called Batman Beyond Year One. It's only like 13 minutes long. It's a non-profit. And they've shown, honestly, Batman Beyond, the respect it deserves, mate. Because it's such a good, like... The entire concept behind Batman Beyond is so sick. But Warner Brothers keep putting it off. And they keep putting it off. But hopefully this sort of like gives them a little bit of a boost in thinking, do you know what? Actually, it might work. It's a group called Loomis Entertainment, I believe they're called. They've managed to get Ryan Potter, who plays Beast Boy in the Titan show, the live-action Titan show. He's actually played Terry McGinnis, who is Batman Beyond. They've managed to even get the Batman Arkham voice actor to play the old Bruce Wayne, who's you don't see him, but he's just on the blower, on the old dog and bone, mate, on the phone.
Yeah.
But for 13 minutes, mate, for what it is, the acting's good, the effects are great. The suit's great, and I just hope it gives Warner Bros. The push, like I say, to get it sort of like adapted and get like a proper full-length project. Because yeah, it's so sick, mate. I used to watch the cartoons and stuff. It's so good, very, very good. It's one of my projects. One of the things I'd love to do. I'd love one of the outfits, mate. I'd love the costume, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It's only 30 minutes long. I recommend anyone go check it out. I'll tell you what, I'll put a link to it in the description, innit? So people can go and have a look at it.
I mean, I've not seen him, so I'll have a look as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
So the news I've got this week is whoever likes Minecraft, there's some theme parks coming to the USA and UK. There's a brought by Merlin Entertainment, which company behind stuff like Lego, Land, Alton Towers, Manta Swords. I mean, imagine that. There's kind of pictures online of what to
like
expect.
Concepts in there. Yeah, I've seen it.
Like you're walking through, like the main entrance is literally like you're walking through some world you just started freaking.
Mate, if it goes to Alton Towers, that'd be sick.
But I think they're on about taking theme parks that are already here and just getting rid of them and literally replacing them with.
Oh, really?
I don't know if Alton Towers will be one of them, or Legoland, because Legoland's a classic, isn't it?
No, I thought they was going to open up like an extra bit. You know, like they do at like Universal Studios or Disneyland, that sort of thing, where they add to it. Because obviously, Alton Towers and stuff, they had like CBeebies, like they add extras to it, don't they? Like water park, and then they've added like hotels and.
I don't know if they will get rid of Alton Towers or Legoland, but
I just thought they'd add to it. I didn't know they was trying to get rid of actual something for it. That's mad.
But also, talking of theme parks, Donkey Kong Country, a new part of Nintendo World, Super Nintendo World in Japan and will be America as well. I saw some of the pictures of that. That looks good. And when I was in Japan...
it looks sick, mate.
In Super Nintendo World, there's like a bit that's sectioned off. And you could kind of see what was behind it. And you could see like the Donkey Kong barrels and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's going to be sick. And then they've literally released pictures of what the pot looks like now, or what's going to look like. It opens in the 11th of next month in December. But yeah, it looks good. There's a runaway train as one of the rides. But around it as well, like it's like proper themes. You got all the jungle feel to it. So yeah, I'm going to go back to Japan. Definitely going there.
I've seen pictures of the one they're building in America. They're building one in Orlando at the moment, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we've got Florida and
seen like Bowser's Castle and stuff. It looks sick. I'm just reading here the Minecraft thing. It says, according to Merlin, guests will be able to immerse themselves in the physical Minecraft world with digitally enabled real-life experiences. but it's going to be between 2026 and 2027. So we've got 2 or 3 years. But it says at either an existing theme park or as a new city centre tourist venue. So they could do an extension of Alton Towers, for example, which would be ideal for us because we live dead close to it.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to American Adventure? Was that?
Oh, it's got new it's a new housing estate.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's completely been built on, mate. Yeah, it's long gone. That is now. It'd be sick though, that one, if it was there.
Imagine Merlin's like, yeah, get rid of these houses, mate.
Yeah. I know they're new, but let's bulldoze them. Go on, get rid.
But apparently, Merlin have put loads of money into it. Like we're talking like nearly 100 million. Like,
oh, mate, Minecraft. They'll make. To be fair, 100 million. That's what they've cost for the rights for it. To be fair, mate, because Mojang is probably one of the biggest companies in the world now.
Yeah.
Insane, mate.
Remember us in LA. We went on this like stores tour thing, and we tried to go and see Notch's house, but it was like down a private drive, and it was like the guy's like, "Oh, I can't get down here because it's like private driving." It was like, "Oh, mate," and that was when obviously we're talking like 7 years ago now. So
yeah.
But I was gutted. I was like, "Oh, see the legend that made Minecraft where it all came from," but couldn't go down and see his house. I think it's the house he outbid Jay-Z and Beyonce for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? That is. I remember like seeing some of the stuff when it first came out. I think like one of the gas, for example, is like the sound the gas make is like he just recorded his cat making a noise or something like that. Like it's proper basic, innit? They've done really well from that game.
Yeah.
Deservedly so as well, because you just lose hours in it.
Yeah, hours of my life going to that game.
Easily,
from
mate.
Daylight to freaking night time, mate.
Yeah, it's mad, mate. I remember like sometimes you used to jump on with my mates when we had like a realm and stuff. There was about 7 of us playing, or probably like 6 of us actually, including my son. And we jump on, mate, at like, I don't know, 8:30 or something on a weekday work night. I think, oh, we'll just get a few hours in. And look, it's like 2 o'clock. I'm like, what? Like, the birds waking up, mate, outside. Like, oh shit, I've got work in 4 hours, man.
When you hear the birds chirping, you're like,
it's game over, innit? You're done for.
Well, the last piece of news we've got is Sony are in talks of possibly buying Kadakawa, which is the parent company of From Software. So From Software brought like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Armored Core games. But if Sony were to buy Kadakawa, they are like a prolific publisher of anime, and obviously because Sony own Crunchyroll and Funimation, if they were to buy them, it kind of broaden their like content for viewers and people. So that'd be it'd be a good move for them, to be fair.
It would be a very good move for Sony if they don't cock it up, because it could easily ruin Crunchyroll and stuff like that. Because it's Funimation and stuff, isn't it? Which, to be fair, I think Funimation's gone now, isn't it? It's part of Crunchyroll now, isn't it? So
yeah, but obviously Sony already own both of them anyway.
Yeah, so it's like, oh god.
But I mean, if they were to do that and they're gonna have exclusive like rights to like Elden Ring and stuff. Maybe. Yeah,
they need to start doing it, because obviously Xbox started buying stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, they bought a lot of.
So like obviously Activision's a big one at the moment, because obviously the new COD and stuff that's come out. I haven't played it and I've not even downloaded it. I don't really intend on playing it, to be honest. But anyone with an Xbox has just got that brand new game for free, haven't they? Which is like a £70 game or whatever. So obviously all the Elder Scrolls games and all them sort of stuff as well.
The thing that annoys me about COD is like, when you install it, it's like literally all your hard drive. It's like they've got the ability to like shorten the download.
Like 160 gig or something ridiculous, isn't it? Like how?
And it's like, why? There's no need. Like, how long has it been out now, COD? And it's always been the same.
Oh, forever, mate.
It's been out since
PS1, hasn't it? Like, it's probably been out as long as I've been alive.
Yeah. But yeah, they've had time to sort it, but they just seem to kind of put it off and just focus on smashing the games out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been like it for years, hasn't it, now? Probably since Warzone, really, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. But I remember, like, when you could download, like, Warzone on its own, just to play with your mates, and I remember people were like, oh, yeah, just download it. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. 100 gig, mate. I was like, what the fuck?
So yeah, just download it. All right, yeah, I'll download it. I'll be on in about an hour. Click download. Yeah, I'll be on in about 24 hours, mate. I'll be on tomorrow. Like, I'm not coming on tonight.
I had to delete games to fucking play Warzone. So what?
Just to play 2 games of Warzone and uninstall it again.
Oh, that's what I literally didn't play the night. I was like, sod this, mate. I'll get rid of this.
It's too big, mate.
Should we start the soundboard?
Let's do the soundboard, mate.
Rolling.
Geek soundboard. Martin can explain it. Go on, Martin.
So every week we play 3 sounds, and at the end of the episode we talk about it. We usually do mostly easy ones, and this week is another easy one. But if you have any experiences with it, or if you've enjoyed said thing, just put in the comments, and then we'll check it out and we'll comment at it when we get a chance to see it. But Ian's going to fire it off with the first one.
First one. I'm the king of the world. Done. Done and dusted.
People are like scratching their heads like,
they're definitely not. They're definitely not on that one. Shall we? I say we kick it off with the old Blue Lock, mate, this week.
Oh, mate.
Best
Blue
episode
Lock.
of the season so far, mate. Easily.
Like, when the seasons first started, we were a bit like, oh my goodness, because of the animation.
Yeah, gone tits up.
He was putting in the shorts out, expressing your feelings, and then it kind of changed up now, isn't it? Because Martin Reyes, mate, has been turfed out, and they've got the proper guys back in.
They've kept him on, mate. They've kept him on, haven't they? They've just given 2 more blokes to sort him out, help him out. Do you know what I mean? But it's still, don't get me wrong, right? I've watched clips. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to watch clips from the first season just because I don't want to be sort of like looking through rose-tinted goggles, mate, thinking because the first 5 episodes were so bad that these are just all of a sudden amazing. And to be honest, the first season, animation-wise, is probably still better. They're using a lot more CGI at the moment, and it's a bit hit and miss in some places. But they're on the right track, and it's getting better. And this was 100% the best episode so far of this season.
It was that good. I even did a short about it and put it on TikTok and YouTube. But I'm not going to tell you what it is because we're going to discuss it at the end of this. But it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Very good, very good. But this one basically kicks off as sort of like a quick recap, isn't it, really, of what's his name? IQ or whatever her name. Legendary Defender, mate.
Yeah. Well, I was calling Oliver. It's Oliver IQ, isn't it?
Yeah, IQ. The thing is with this, right, is it's showing you a bit more of that monk guy, didn't it, old Buddha?
Yeah, because it kind of it's like a sneaky way of introducing new characters, isn't it? How they did it. So the ball's going to different pots. So the ball goes out for throwing, gets thrown in, and it goes to different players, and it's a sneaky way of introducing these new players. And this Buddha guy, mate, was in Maruku. Mate, this guy smells danger, mate. So basically, he's a sniffer. And
absolute sniffy bum, mate.
And he said, because Ita comes against him, which is the ninja. And this Buddha guy reckons he's a better ninja than Ita's. Like, get out, mate. Not looking like that, mate. He's just a monk, innit? But
mate, his design is dumb, mate. He's got a football tattoo on his forehead.
The thing is, I thought this, like the episode where they all line up before they come on the field.
Yeah.
And you see they go through their team, you're like, what is that? And I remember seeing that guy, and there's another guy we're about to talk about who's on the other wing. Which is even worse than that. What on earth? So basically the ball's getting switched about. They're trying to find a way through this defence. It goes to Izzy, who's in the middle. He passes out to Kenya, into it.
Yeah.
On the other wing. Then he comes against this guy. Fucking hell. His name's Tepin. Tepi, is it? Tepi, yeah. Basically, the guy looks like a Pokemon, mate.
It's a human dog, mate.
He looks like Ditto, doesn't
he? He's got Ditto eyes.
He's a weirdo. But yeah, basically, Kenyu tries to dart past this guy because obviously Kenyu's fast. He's like, oh, sod this guy. He bolts past him, mate. That Teppy guy's literally on his case, isn't he? Like literally keeping up the same speed, tracking him so close so he can't really move, and he intercepts the ball. And I was thinking, this Ditto guy, mate, speedy defender like that, there's going to be trouble.
Proper, mate. Basically, they just introduced all of the defenders, haven't they? Who they are, what they can do. Call them the Iron Wall of the U20, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
They've got very, very good sort of like abilities. They can all read the field very well. They're all fast. Like, they are decent, to be fair, aren't they? They're proper sick.
I like the guy as well, when Nagy gets the ball, Kazuma, the guy in the middle, basically comes off the Doberman. And that personal space for this guy is no issue, is it? Literally like
in your face.
He's there and he's like, ah.
Like, literally got his nose in his mouth, mate.
Like literally sniffing the back of his hair, isn't he? Like, yeah, so he calls him the Doberman, and IQ is like kind of the guy who like commands him and stuff. So he's like a guard dog basically.
Yeah.
And IQ kind of commands him where to go, what to do. Bit of a slave, really, but if that's what he wants, mate, if that makes him happy, let him do it. So IQ passed the ball through the whole team, basically, doesn't he?
Oh,
Turns
yeah.
the table. He goes to Size Beast, isn't it? This episode is called the Scientist. What's his fucking name? What's his full name?
Itoshi Sai.
Yeah, Itoshi Sai, yeah. But when we talk about this episode, it's not about this guy, but he is a great character. But it's all about another man, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about it.
To be fair, mate, I still stand by this, mate. This bloke he don't get enough praise, he don't. But Gagamaru, mate, he's a legend. The old goalkeeper, he's an absolute legend.
Oh yeah, mate. What he did here, mate. I was off my seat, mate. I was off this chair right here.
Arms in the air like that.
Yeah. So basically, Sai sets his move up. The ball goes through to Sai. Sai basically uses the different players around the field in front of him. His attacking moves, he uses them, and eventually it'll come back to him. It's because he's the main man, basically. Anyway, he flips out to Shooter. Is it Shooter? Yeah. Flips out to him. He has a shot, mate. Gogamaru, mate.
Not having it, mate. Legendary save.
Yeah,
first shot.
Nice, mate. Flies to one side, mate. Gagamaru punch, mate. Knocks the ball.
Pelted, mate.
Mate, we should be commentators on this show, mate. Honestly,
got to
on
be.
This TV.
Maybe we should do it, mate. Maybe we should do it as a short. Us two commentating it.
We have Gogamaru.
Gogamaru with a great shot. Gogamaru. Oh, he's got out to Sai. Sai's coming from the wing. Oh, and he's done him.
Yeah. Sai is coming in from the wing. Is this such a tight angle? Oh, he's clipped it over the keeper. Yeah. So basically, that's what happens. Sai, it's not the tightest angle, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, mate.
I don't know, but he does this like outside the boot, mate. Flips it over his head, mate. Gogamaru's gutted because, to be fair, before that he made a great save, didn't he?
Yeah, I still love him, mate. He's nothing he could have done. Nothing he could have done from that, mate.
Is that stunned? The crowd erupt, and Izzy is that stunned, mate. He's literally like he goes white, doesn't he? Basically.
Oh yeah, I put here they need to get some of those puzzle pieces falling ASAP, or it's going down the drain. That's literally what I thought.
Yeah, so Izzy is stunned, they're losing hope, and then Rin's like,
yeah,
he's like, don't get overwhelmed, mate. Keep your eyes on.
He's entered a mental breakdown because he isn't famous, basically, hasn't he? Izzy.
Tell you what, Rin is like.
Yeah, I respected him on that bit, you know. It's like, don't worry about them. Just keep your eyes on me, mate. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm about to change. It basically says in the next 90 minutes, I'm going to change these cheers into Wales, mate. I was like, this guy's sick, mate.
Legend.
So for the last two episodes, Rin and Izzy, obviously because they're like the two main blokes in it. Well, Rin's the main bloke, but Izzy is like the main pot because he's one of the main characters in the show. But
he's the only one that could compliment him perfectly.
Yeah, Rin's been saying stuff to him just to like kind of build his hope up and stuff, which I thought was pretty decent, mate. Pretty decent teammate from how he has been.
He's becoming a decent geezer, isn't he?
Saying that,
Silent
is a knobhead, bro.
He's a brutal to his teammates. He's told that star striker Sender is useless. Called him What did he call him? Mr. Worse Than a Monkey.
Yeah.
What doesn't even make sense?
So basically, he like passed the ball into it, and the guy failed. It's like, Mr. Chancellor, a monkey could have scored that, and basically, literally, like ripping into him, mate. Even though, literally, and also the team come out to celebrate. He goes, "Get off me!" Don't touch me. I was like, "What?"
Can't touch this, dude. It's when he was like, I had 3 chances to shoot them, but I decided to be a team player and pass to you. You've messed it up, mate. I'd like to finish it anyway. He's fuming, isn't he? He is fuming.
So IQ comes over, tries to calm it down. It's like, to be fair though, which I agree with him. It's like that goalie is good, mate. Come on, that goalie is good. And obviously,
like,
Cobra is a legend.
Sick geezer in net him. I love him.
Well, this Sendu guy is meant to be. Obviously, IQ's jumped in to his defense because Sendu is meant to be their main player,
He's
their main
star,
striker.
isn't he? He's the number 1 of the team.
But yeah, Side's obviously the main man at the moment. But
legend, isn't he? Arsehole, but he's decent.
I love this bit, on the restart. So Izzy trying to figure out a way for this iron wall defense, like what am I going to do here, what am I going to do here? And then we have it back. It's back in it. This animation of the jigsaw pieces, like literally, as he's running, these jigsaw pieces are literally floating around his head, aren't they? I was like,
it was the music, when the music changed, when Rin and Isagi were passing it around, and then the heel passed it to Bachira, mate. Got me so hyped, that did, mate. I was buzzing. I was like, yes, lads.
Yeah, they're literally cutting them through the defence, aren't they, with these passes?
Yeah, smashing it, mate.
And the two lads in midfield can't figure it out, mate. They're like, what am I
because
doing?
this is different. Like this isn't the same formation what they were doing. They've got a different play.
We have this guy as well. Another guy's introduced in it. Like this guy here, mate. This guy it's Suki, isn't it? This guy, mate, he looks like he needs a drink of water fast. And it looks like it's not looking like it's like slept for like a week, does it? But yeah, I was like watching this, like this guy, he's not under 20, mate, he looks like 50.
He's literally about 72 years old, man. He's retired. What do you mean?
I was like, who is he fooling, that guy, mate? He's just been brought back from the dead, mate, this guy. But basically, yeah, it looks like a corpse, mate. He's meant to be
the only way he's under 20, mate, is in dog years, pal. Do you know what I mean?
He's never making it to 20, that guy, mate, I tell you. But yeah,
lunatic, man.
He joins the. But I did like the way that in this episode they kind of like introduced different characters. It's not all at once, like, oh yeah, this
is what they're using the lack of animation well in the episodes. That's what I like about it, because it's like when you're watching like a show or anything really where they're introducing somebody, and it like comes up with a name and stuff, doesn't it? And then like they have a little bit of a say on what they're doing, who they are. It just works for those situations because it's easy for you to pay attention to it and concentrate on it. I just think they're choosing the lack of animation in certain parts. They're just choosing it wisely, basically, aren't they? They're putting it in the correct correct places now.
Because in like some shows, like they could just literally like, oh, this is this guy, like all at the same time.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Like the defense, like, oh, this is this guy, and you're like, what the hell's going on? I can't remember any of these guys' names.
Yeah, I suppose it's a lot in it because it's obviously there's loads of people on each team. There's 11 people on each team, isn't there?
I mean, there's obviously. I think obviously next episode there'll be other guys introduced.
Yeah, from the bench and stuff as well.
But yeah, but this team they've got at the moment, the Blue Lock team, is sick, mate.
Oh, it's quality team, mate. But the U20 defender taking that ball straight to the face proper made me laugh. Proper Gagamaru 2.0, mate.
Yeah, so this is the point where literally Blue Lock on the attack, aren't they? There's literally balls flying everywhere, and this defense mate are just putting their life on the line. Literally, it's a shot. Who has it? I think Ken who has a shot, doesn't he? Going top bins.
Yeah.
That Oliver Ico game is like a bicycle kick, mate. It saves us.
Not bothered, mate. See ya. What?
Legend, bro. Legend.
Who ends up with the ball, though?
I don't know. You tell me. Yeah.
Man. Nagy, mate.
Mate, this
So good, mate.
this move, mate. You tell him.
So basically, the ball's dropping down, mate, and they like think they're shit hot on fire. This defense do, don't they, mate? Nagy with his absolute 99, 100 control, mate, got the ball spinning on his foot, hasn't he?
Oh,
And the absolute bullet of a shot. It's the fucking best, mate. I love him, I do.
so he's been trapped by two defenders, and he basically like gets thrown on his foot, does
Ball
like a
comes over,
bounce,
doesn't he?
spins around, doesn't he? Just like a
He like bounces it down onto the floor, doesn't he?
yeah, behind him, yeah.
Behind him, and then just bullets it, mate, straight in back of the net.
And if you want to see it again, like I said, I did a short on YouTube. Check it out. I tried to get. It was like a minute and a half, but I cut it down to a minute. But anyway, when this happens, or just before that as well, Ring gets the ball when they're on the attack. It goes to the same angle as his brother.
Yeah, he tries to. Oh yeah, that's
tries
right.
to do it, but because they've got a good keeper, the guy gets his like fingertips on it and knocks it onto the post, and it comes back out. But then after that, that's when the Nagy shot happens, and then
rebound, mate.
the crowd, mate. You know, when the crowd erupted here, mate. I was like, my heart.
The crowd was like, it was like a moment, wasn't it, where it was like, what? Yes! And Nagy's on his knees, mate, and he's like, oh.
But like,
He's got an absolute All Might moment with his arm in the air, mate.
That moment, obviously, then you know the world knew about Nagy, mate. I was like, we're there all along, like, I told you, mate, told you.
We've been telling you this. We've been telling you this for nearly 2 seasons, man. This episode is officially the highest rated episode of this season as well.
And it deserves to be.
Rightfully so, of course.
Yeah.
So good, mate. So good. Do you know what, mate? This week, everything's been very good. Like, really, really good.
Even like, obviously, the show that we're both a bit dubious about, Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
Because Amazon have cocked it up again, and it's like 5.6. Even that episode, though.
It was still a good episode.
It
was probably my least favourite thing I watched this week, I must admit. But
yeah, it's same here, mate.
It was the best episode of that show so far.
Yeah. I agree. Like, we were talking about it, weren't we? Like, yeah, that is the best episode. And I hope it carries on to be good. But look at the ratings on IMDb, I'm a bit nervous, but...
Let's go on to Dandadan, mate. See, I liked last week's episode. The last few before that were okay, but it's not that it's been all over the place. It's just not much has been happening. And this episode, mate, I literally had to get the Discord, mate. It threw me off proper, this episode did, mate.
Yeah, because I remember when you watched it, you messaged me, and you're like, yeah, Dandadan's good, but it's like different this week.
Yeah, I was like, it's very good, but it's very different. And I've not got many notes from it because it's just one of them things you just have to watch. Yeah. But it kicks off basically where it ended with the acrobatic Silky obviously chasing them. And that chase sequence, again, very well animated, mate, wasn't it? So good. So good. But Okarun's told Momo he doesn't even know how to throw a punch at all. So there's like, you've got the comedy part of this, haven't you? So she's got Silky by the legs, and then she's like, just hit her, go on, hit her. So he just flying headbutts her because he doesn't know what to do, so he just runs at her full speed.
It's not just normal. It's not a normal headbutt. It's like an atomic headbutt.
Yeah,
it's flying into the wall, mate.
He ran at her full speed, just obliterate her head first, mate. But so they've got a bit of work to do, I think, with old Okarun, haven't they? They might need to get a little bit of combat training going, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, we have a big problem then, don't we?
Very big problem, mate.
Big problem is basically Turbo when he tells them that if someone's swallowed by Silky, a normal person dies, and obviously Ika's she's dead for now. Okarun's doing CPR. Okarun's doing CPR. Momo's using her powers to massage her heart. And Silky, all but defeated, kind of says, like, the only way to save her is if I give her my aura.
Yeah.
And obviously Turbo Gwen's like, yeah, that's the only way to save her. So they kind of agree. And then... the
part that made me laugh here, though, is like, because obviously they're sceptical, aren't they? Because she's literally just trying to eat all three of them.
Yeah.
It's like, just to show you I'm telling the truth, she rips her face clean in half, like, yeah, see, I can't eat it now. My face is fucked. jaws like hanging down here and that. Obviously, like I can't eat anyone now.
Well, one of the good facts is that Okran has got one of his balls back.
Yeah, he's got one
Only
nut.
one. New one. Like Hitler, only one ball, mate.
So basically, they're going to use her aura to jumpstart. That's literally what they think they said into jumpstarter to bring her back to life. And all these yokai that they have, all these like spirits and monsters, and they seem to have the yokai specifically, not the aliens. They're mental, but the yokai, obviously Turbo Granny. Realistically, she had quite a her backstory is quite upsetting in a sense. Once it obviously she goes to this place where these girls are murdered and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they just have tragic backstories. But mate, this one, Silky's mate, oh my god. Her backstory was rough, wasn't it? Like, it proper threw me off, mate. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so when I was watching this bit, I thought something different because I thought Silky was the kid.
Oh, did you?
Because obviously she buys it. The mum buys it. Yeah, but do you want to tell him the flashback?
So I'll remember most of it if I can. But basically,
I've got notes.
She's she had a daughter, or has a daughter somewhere. I assume potentially. She's like working multiple jobs. I think one of her jobs, to be fair, she's like a street worker essentially, isn't she? She's like selling herself to blokes and stuff. But she's just doing it for money. She's trying to save money to get her daughter the red dress, which is obviously the red dress she's actually wearing as the Silky. And she's obviously saving. It's going through all this thing. They love ballet, so they're doing a lot of dancing together. Just shows you this really like loving home, doesn't it? Like from the inside, like you see mum and daughter both obviously seem really happy. Daughter's really happy. The mum's just doing everything she can. Obviously, she's not happy. Let's be honest, but she's doing everything she can to care for the child and support her kid. And
I thought the bit where like she comes back to her house and she's like a rough day kind of thing, and then it opens the door and the kid's there, and obviously that it's all better. But single mother.
And she goes out. She's basically buying these things. And she flashes the cash, let's say. And these two guys essentially see that she's got loads of money. Sort of they saw her with like the money. They followed her back, haven't they, to her apartment. Took her money, basically got in the apartment, absolutely just beat her. Like she's got glass, all her wrists are cut. She's got glass all in her arms and her wrists. They've took her money. They've took her daughter. And then at the very start of the episode, there was like a small little scene, wasn't there? Of someone like running, and it replays that again where she's frantically running like in the rain, and she's obviously chasing after the guys who've taken the daughter, and she just collapses, and obviously she's got glass in her wrists and everything like that, and then it's proper devastating, isn't it? And it leads you up to this point where you get her, she falls, and then she's like up again, but she's like doing ballet. She's obviously passed away or whatever, hasn't she? Yeah. And it leads you up to the part where it's back at like present day, isn't it?
I say, well, it's before that era comes up, doesn't she? She's like thinks it's.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you get that part as Era as a child sees her, accidentally calls her mum, and then you learn about Era's mum has passed away too, which is why she was looking for a mummy because she was a young girl, and obviously, just honestly didn't expect such like a heavy like feel episode. Like it really threw me off, and I probably was my favorite episode so far. This one was just for how different it was, and the storytelling as well was so well done.
Yeah, I agree. Like it has been good. Like the episodes, like funny and stuff, but this episode really like
something hit very different. But then at the end, you go back to present day. Sorry, I just missed that part out where it's worked. The aura's obviously jump started her, and she's up again, and she's basically acrobatic Silky. She's like fading away, ain't she? Like she's crusting, like I don't know how to explain it. It's like dust, isn't it? Like basically on last scene like Avengers. In Avengers, mate, where Thanos snaps his fingers, they just turn into dust. That's what I was trying to say. And as she's turning into dust, she runs like Era runs up to her and like hugs her, doesn't she? Like one last time, and you're just like, wow, mate! Like what a powerful episode that was, mate.
And as she's fading, obviously Turbo Granny explains that she's literally going to the void. That's where they go.
Yeah.
Until, if you believe in the afterlife, so she'll go to the afterlife after that if she finds peace, but
she won't.
I don't know. Yeah.
She won't, mate, because her daughter.
Too bitter, isn't it? Too bitter and ruined
mental
by
mate.
Life.
Mental.
But she has like a kind of a peaceful sending, obviously. Air is like, is it Aaron? Is Aaron? She's like, love you, mummy, kind of thing. Tells her she's
to try and give her a peaceful send off. Yeah, so good, mate. Very good.
Well, yeah, that was a decent episode. I really enjoyed that.
But like I say, we're not talking about it's not doing it justice. If you're watching Dandadan, you just know. Like if you've seen the episode, you just know. It's definitely one you've got. It's a very visual episode, isn't it? You've definitely got to watch it to fully grasp it.
And like we keep saying on the podcast, like the animation in the show is brilliant.
Very
good. It just continues to be good in this episode.
Yeah, it's so well done. So well done. Mad props in it. I'm going to do another sound, mate.
Let's do it.
Right, here we go.
Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
Right, just got to draw him like one of the French girls. Let's go. Everyone knows what that is straight away, mate. They knew on the first one, to be fair, but they definitely know on the second one. 100%.
Well, I mean, I don't know what it is, mate.
Never heard of it, mate. Let's talk about... Should we
do Like a Dragon?
Let's do Like a Dragon. I was literally just thinking that.
No, we'll do 5 Force and Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, mate, sick.
Cobra Kai's sick. 5 Force sick.
So,
like we're saying though, every episode this week, mate, is brilliant.
Yeah, it's decent.
Not so brilliant, but it's still
like a Dragon. The thing is with Like a Dragon, this episode realistically is still like a 6.5 out of 10. But the others have been like a 5, 5.5. Like, so it's definitely better of all the episodes. It was longer as well, wasn't it? So it was like an extra 10, 15 minutes or something than the other episodes. Something like that. It was like 50 minutes longer. Yeah. But this one, right? This one made me laugh because it starts off right. Some guys in a lorry, they get tricked and they get hijacked.
It's the army, isn't it? The army.
And it's Aiko basically and her mate. There's a part right where they've got these two guys tied up on their knees next to the van or next to the lorry. Aiko's mate is.
It's like, is it Ushi, isn't it? Ushi,
yeah, he's gone up to these two guys and just farted on their heads, mate. Like, just genuine let rip on their head for no reason, man. It was
so... let's just explain it a bit better. Like, these guys have been hit by a crowbar, mate.
They've been battered, mate. They're fully like...
literally dazed, like...
They've got stars and birds flying around top of their heads, mate. Like...
Trying to come back round, and then some guy just lets a
ripper. Absolute monster on their head, mate.
It's only one of them, isn't it? It's only one.
Proper. Yeah, it's just, I was watching that. What is happening, man? Proper made me laugh. But this truck is just filled with cash. There's yen on yen, mate. There's loads, isn't there? 10 billion. 10 billion.
So you can buy literally so many anime figures and comics and manga stuff for that.
Literally.
Yeah, everything, mate.
You're sorted, aren't you?
So basically, if that amount of money is going, mate, someone wants fucking...
Oh, they want to know what's going on.
Yeah, someone's going to get murked off. We know someone's getting murked off. So, the best part of this show? When you see places you've been... And obviously, I don't like to go on about it, but I've been to Japan. And I'm not. But yeah, there's a bit in Osaka where Kiru and Yumi are like walking in like a shopping mall before they get picked up by them dudes, the army clan. I've literally been there, mate. I've been there. I've been shopping around there. I took a picture of my mate, like on the Samsung, mate. Got the zoom on, mate. I did it literally in that place. Literally zoomed down that flipping corridor, mate. I was like, oh, that's sick, mate. I need to go back.
So cool.
Need to go back.
You're going back soon, aren't you, to Japan?
End of March, yeah. So, but not in the same place. We're going to like...
Still Japan, though, isn't it?
West side, yeah. I'll be gracing my presence in the country. Great place, mate. Great place. Best place. But anyway, the Army clan pick up Kiro and Yumi. Obviously, the Army clan are the ones who have lost this money, and they want it back, mate. They want it back. They're going to get involved soon. So Kiro gets taken to the bathhouse to see the leader. The guy's chilling there naked. And,
he's got some awesome tattoos he has, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit obsessed with the dragon of Dojima, isn't he? So he basically tells Kiro to show him the dragon. And we see that the dragon is not fully finished, the tattoo.
It's eyes, isn't it? His eyes are missing.
His eyes are missing, yeah. So it's not complete. So basically, he takes him to this room. They're having a bit of snap. He goes, "Listen, mate, I want my money back." Basically, he threatens him. Doesn't he? He goes, "If the money's not back, we're going to get involved, mate, and then there'll be bloodshed, kind of thing." Kiro and Yumi give us more time. Yumi begs, as it's her older sister who stole the money. He offers them 1 day, and he goes, "If it's not found by then, I'm going to come to Dojima for their money." So. And then we have a scene where they're eating Japanese food, mate, and I was like, whoa.
Nah, I didn't think that food looked up to standard, mate.
That's okonomiyaki, mate.
Yeah,
mate,
but it didn't look like anime food, did it, mate? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
No, do you know what made me laugh about this, right? He's tried to barter saying, "Oh, give us 3 days." Like, "Nah, mate, you got 1 day." So what do? They eat at about 11 different restaurants before they actually start looking for the money, mate. Yeah,
they go for a nap as well.
They literally go for some food, go to sleep, then they go for some more food. It's like, just go look for the money. You've got a day.
They sit on the toilets until their legs go numb. They're fucking sitting around playing arcade games. No, they're not really, but then we have a flashback, don't we? We go back to
1995, mate.
1995.
Yeah, do you know what I loved about this bit? He's just training. He's just training in the middle of the street at night, randomly.
So Miho, which is niece's sister, she collapses near Kiru, and she needs basically needs a kidney donor.
Kidney transplant.
On here, I've put a donor. It's not a doner kebab, mate. It's a kidney donor.
It's a kidney doner, mate. Kidney doner kebab.
She faints because she needs doner kebab, mate. It's like,
needs a classic dirty kebab, mate.
It's like, what do you want? Oh, chicken and.
She needs to get herself down to the Turkish, mate. Get herself a cheeky little doner from takeaway.
Yeah, so Nish, is it Nis or whatever his name is? He can't donate his kidney to his sister because of the different blood types. Kira goes to Dojima and is like, "Listen, mate, I need some dollar. So I need to start fighting this arena." And then we have these a series of fights, don't we, where Kira's literally battering loads, he's making a name for himself. Dojima tells him that every fight he wins, he's going to get some ink on his back. Some painful, some not. He fights the wrestler, doesn't
he? Yeah.
Proper headbutts him, mate. And that was the best
Starts headbutting him.
Yeah.
The fights have stepped up in this episode. Still not as good as Cobra Kai.
Yeah, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to it, mate. Trust me.
So he's fighting all these different kind of fighters. We've got an Eddie Gordo-looking dude who does his capoeira. He gets powerbombed and gets smashed in the face. And then as he's getting stronger and better at fighting, the leader of the orphanage, also called Kojima, he offers a train, doesn't he? He offers a train. Because it's basically punching like a washing line, mate. Like closing a washing line. And then that guy's like, "Nah, you need training now, look me out."
Sort it out, mate. What are you doing? They're not going to fight back. Well, yeah. I thought this part was some of the best scenes from the show so far, because when I think of this show, I know I haven't played the games, but it's essentially a fighting game, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Mate, the games are so much better.
I mean is this felt more reminiscent of what I imagine of what I think of when I think of the games, where it's a lot of fighting scenes, and I liked it. It reminded me of there's a classic MMA type movie back in the day, mate, called Never Back Down.
Yeah, I watched it.
The acting's a bit crappy, but I used to love that film, mate. I used to think it was sick. Me and my mate Damon used to watch it all the time, mate. Yeah. They're good. But it just reminded me a classic sort of fighting film, montage type thing. Do you know what I mean? Where it's loads of different fights and loads of training, and I did enjoy that bit.
That blonde dude in that film, Never Back Down, mate, what annoying he was. I was like, please, main character smash him. Please.
Yeah.
But basically, this bit was annoying. That Dojima guy, he sees Kiryu's getting stronger, he's like, "Bit like this, mate. This guy's getting too strong, mate. He's getting too good at fighting." So he sits down with Nish, his mate, and he's like, he offers him the service as this black market trader to get his sister a kidney. But this trader, mate, looks dodgy as F, mate. He looks like a pedo, doesn't he?
He definitely is banned from any school ever. He's honestly a freak, mate. He's a weirdo, he is.
But basically he says, yeah, he's a pedo, mate, honestly. But it basically says, this is expensive, mate. If you want this kidney, it's going to be like 100 mil. And he goes, you can get all that if Kiryu, like, loses his next fight or throws the fight. He's just jealous, mate. Kiryu's a beast, isn't he?
Oh,
and if you play the games, mate, the guy's a legend. He's literally a legend, mate.
Yeah, he's a good character, to be fair.
Yeah.
One of my main issues with those fight scenes, though, is they didn't really show much action. That was one of the things that got me. I enjoyed the fact that they've put them in, but like a lot of the time, he was just essentially, the camera was on him and he was like punching past the camera, wasn't he? Like,
yeah, it's not a fighter, is he? That?
No, definitely not.
I mean, he's an all right Kiryu, but there's better people out there.
From what I saw from the games, he's more jacked up in the games. He looks like hard. This guy doesn't look. He doesn't look menacing or anything like you. I feel like I'd easily batter him. Do you know what I mean? I should be looking at him thinking, do you know what? He'll give up. He'll either give up a good fight or he'll batter me. It's not, mate. I'm thinking I'll batter him. 100%.
And like the costume he has in the 90s, that tracksuit, mate, looks like it's from like Games Master, doesn't it?
Probably,
like, just can't. But basically, that Aiku turns up to her sister, doesn't she?
Oh, I hate her, mate. She needs murking off ASAP. She does.
She starts nicking money, mate.
She starts pocketing bills, mate. Like, what are you doing? She even starts trying to rob the food, man.
Yeah, walked in, demands a bath, mate, and then finds a pot of money, so pops loads of money in her pocket.
I put one note. I put, Aiko needs murking. She's a cretin. That's all I put, mate. I hate her. Like, their life would be so much easier if she was just murked off ASAP.
Terrible, mate. Anyway, we get put back to 2005. Oshi, the guy farting in people's faces, mate, he's been murked off.
What about Nishi when he gets fully battered by those low-level rascals in the street, mate?
I think flying kicks him in the back, mate.
Flying kicks him in the back, fills him in. He gets obliterated, doesn't he, the little Gim?
Yeah, so back to 2005, that Oshi guy farting in the face is also a friend of Aiko. He's been murked off, mate. He's got a pentagram thing on his stomach, on his chest. So this is the demon and his crew who have done this. Haruku goes to find her mother at the lake.
How have they buried him?
Which one the bin, mate?
How is he there? It's like no cameras. He's not exactly like. He's in like the centre of like a precinct. Like there's loads of bits, shops and stuff around there, buildings and stuff. He's just tossing there with his head hanging out, like dirt like that.
When I saw it, I was like, "Who's that?"
Yeah, I was like, "What's going on here?"
I've never seen him in my life. I thought it was like some guy, a cleaner or something.
Yeah.
So it turns out it's so this demon crew are looking for Aiko. Haruku, her daughter, she's like with a carer. She's not happy about it. She's like, that's just crap, mate. Even though this Claire is literally bringing her like food.
Do you know what, mate? Right? You know when they got that daughter, I think it was last episode, I felt dead sorry for her, mate, because they're being dead horrible to her. But then I watched this episode and I understand why they're being horrible to her, because she's an arsehole, isn't she? She's a proper little shit.
That was a funny bit. So, so Yumi gets a letter, and obviously, Haruku's staying at her house, and she sees this letter, and basically it's like a suicide letter from Aiko because she's gutted her daughter's dead. Well, she thinks her daughter's dead. Anyway, Haruku's like, I'm going to mission, mate. Gets a bunch of bananas, doesn't she? I was like, what's this, Donkey Kong, mate? Gets a bunch of bananas, mate, and floats off on this mission.
She's on Mario Kart, so she can throw them behind her and make sure the bad guys can slip away.
So the demon and his crew have literally murked off that Oshi guy, and like they're looking for Aiko still. So they go to the Florist of Sai, that weirdo guy.
Camera bloke.
And they murk a few biddies off who are working there, and then basically want the information of where Aiko's daughter's going. Going to Nagano, isn't it?
Everyone's going
Place I've also been in Japan. Last time I went to see the snow monkeys. But yeah, basically it's near there. But the best part of the episode was when Forrester Saget blasted me.
I just love it. I put the demon people rolled up to the gross camera bloke's place and just blitzed everyone.
Do you know I think that demon guy is?
Ico, mate.
Eh?
It's Ico, isn't it? I reckon she's a rascal.
It's a guy in it with a tattoo on it. Tattoo on his neck, isn't it? I reckon it's the Guru guy, mate.
Nah, they're not the real people, mate. They aren't. They're fronts, aren't they?
I reckon it is that Guru Majima guy though, because
I don't know why.
It's his knife, mate. It's using a knife to cut his fucking.
I don't know when this was or anything, but I've just got a note that says Ico's got a shit haircut.
Literally for 10 years, mate. She's had it as well because she's got it in 95, mate, and then 2005. So.
Oh.
Same barber, mate. Same barber for 10 years, isn't
just screams street worker, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah, she's crap, mate. She needs milking off.
Mate. I hate her.
Hopefully they get there. She's already milked off, mate. But...
She got on Fire Force.
Do it, mate.
Fire Force, mate. It's so good. So good, mate. Episode 13 kicks off with Benny Mara's backstory. Basically, they've been approached by Company 4 and been offered the chance to essentially make their own company, i.e. Company 7. Benny Mara just hates it. Don't want anything to do with it. Conroe is he's all for it because obviously he's a bit smarter and he's got big plans, hasn't he? He's like, well, we can use them. We may as well use them to get what we want.
Yeah, so basically it's saying like what happened last night or the night before, that could have been it could have been eased off. Well, sorry, it could have been turned out better because if we had the soldiers and all that lot, all the resources and stuff, we could save so many more people.
They're just trying to vigilante it, aren't they?
Benny Mara's like, yeah, man, I'm Batman. I'm a Robin, mate. I thought we were Batman and Robin. But yeah, it's this show though. This show, mate.
I really enjoying it. So like, comes to present day, Shimmer and company, like talking to Conroe. Shimmer's saying like, your life and no life is useless. If you ever need help, speak to him and I'll help you. Like, he's just trying to be a decent bloke.
All his name in it. Legend Shimmer is, mate.
Yeah, he's just trying to be a nice bloke. And he is, isn't he? Shimmer's a legend. He's definitely the best character, mate. Like, he's just a nice guy. He actually wants to genuinely help, and that's all he cares about.
Yeah.
But
shit, it's the fan, so funny, man.
Shit, it's the fan, Martin. I'll let you talk about it, mate.
So basically, the whole town is going mental, and Benny Mara's like, what is going on here? People are trying to throttle each other, they're fighting. Fights are breaking out. People have been accused of, like, sleeping with other people's wives and stuff, and nicking stuff, and farting in people's faces and stuff. And basically, the whole town is like, it's like a mistaken identity problem that's kicked off. The best part is Hina and Hiko, I think it is.
Two little girls.
Yeah, they're both fighting, and then one of them's a fake. And then the team are confused, like, what are you on about? It's not a fake or whatever. And then Arthur flying knees one of them into a wall.
Flying knees sends them flying. Everyone's having a go at him, calling him a freak. It's like, what do you mean? That's just an old man dressed up.
So while they're beating him up about beating this girl up, the fake Hina's face melts and shows some like, old dude with like no teeth in it.
I love that Harry's like, no, that's just an old man dressed up, and then everyone just starts filling him in again.
They're about stamping on him and stuff like, what are you doing?
He's not even done anything.
Anyway, it turns out this guy's not some old guy, but like his face has been like transformed, like something's happened to his face. And then we find out what that is. Basically, one of the guys from Ironclad called Yuna is a madhead, mate, and he's literally like changing people's faces. Yeah, his ability with his fire abilities, he uses a fire to like mold their faces differently. But the bit it shows you is some guy. He looks like some bold dude. Does some work on his face, man. He looks like a thumb, doesn't he? After that,
it's like you ruined him. Blows his head off. All right, then sound.
Do I look better? No, like a thumb, mate.
Like a thumb, pal.
And basically, he's the guy behind it. He's the one who's changing everyone's faces so their mistaken identity is happening in the town. And he loves it. He's like, oh, it's a piece of art. Is it, though? Just literally burn the guy's head off me. But Arrow comes into it, one of the best baddies in this show at the moment.
Oh, that's...
She comes in, she goes, right, it's time, the bugs are ready. And they plan to burn Asakusa to the ground again.
Just let loads of those bugs out in town, haven't they? Started loads of fires. But Shinra, mate, can't get past him, pal. He knows what's cracking off, doesn't he? He's working them out. He knows it's likely a diversion and a trap, but also knowing that it's a diversion and a trap, still follows him anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, Shinra's looking for Arrow. Arrow's sniping mate. She started the sniping, blasting arrows into the air. And Shinra takes it to the air, and Arthur's on foot, isn't he? So they're both looking around.
It's what Arthur says, mate. It made me laugh because Shinra's like, "Oh, Arthur, I'll go above you. Just stay on foot." And he's like, "As long as you don't use tricky words like north or left, I'll be okay." Just point.
It's not the most intelligent bloke, is it?
Like north or left. Just point.
But while this is kicking off, Conroe's stamping that old dude's head in, isn't he? Trying to get information.
Properly.
Kick him on while he's down, man.
Oh, love it, Ardo.
Stamping his head in.
Loving it, mate. Deserves it as well.
And they're trying to find out where the proper... Is it him, or is it? Or he I can't remember him. One of them. Trying to find out where the location of her is, like where is she, like giving information, but he's like probably like stamping on his head and stuff. Anyway, the old guy turns infernal, doesn't he? And like this infernal, mate, that's the worst infernal I've seen so far in this show. Just basically like a skinny old guy like who's on fire.
Murked him off easy though.
Yeah, so obviously in this town, Benimaru is the one who takes people out. The rules are different for putting people to rest. Obviously, Benimaru is not around at the moment, so we find out Tamaki is like training to be a priest, basically. So she starts the prayer with Maki and Obi, and then Hinaba just blasts him, doesn't he? Blasts it in front of the head with like about 1 million bullets, murks him off, and sends him on his way. But the Shinra and this battle between the Arrow.
Yeah, they managed to get Arrow and that other geezer.
We don't know his name yet, but we find out later.
And they're actually just battering them. They're crap as a team, Arthur and Shinra. Just keep getting in each other's way. It's like... And as they're obviously... They're battering them, that White Clad boat with the dagger is trying to obviously protect the archer all along.
Yeah.
And to help the archer get away, he eats one of the bugs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And during all this, Benimaru's taking out Infernals, and he grabs one of his javelin things, doesn't he? He's like filling Infernals left, right, and centre. Grabs one of his like, I don't even know what they are, mate. They're like brushes, aren't they? Just on fire.
What's on it, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're umbrellas or whatever.
Grabs one. Episode just ends, doesn't it?
Yeah, man.
Just ends. But lucky for you guys, we watched another one, didn't we? So this one, episode 14, kicks off all the chaos continuing. Kono is trying to give guidance as everyone's in like pieces, panic rushing around endlessly. It's just a nightmare, isn't it? No one trusts anyone. Benimaru wants to obviously him to give a speech, but he's like, no. You need to do this, mate. This needs to come from Benimaru the Great. He doesn't actually say that. I've added that bit, but it's basically true, though, isn't it, mate?
Well, when he was reading, like, if you got subtitles on as well as the English, you're like, yeah, I should say that, mate.
Yeah. Benimaru stood on top of the tower. Mate, that shot cinematically when he's on top of that tower was wicked, mate. I was like, that could be like a background on your PC. That could. That's a screen. That's a full-on wallpaper, mate. That is, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, like Conroe get down, mate. And I've got to do something here. He literally breaks the top of the watchtower off and takes to the air like a rocket ship.
Just sets off like a rocket, doesn't he? Just so everyone can see him and hear him. Powerful man he is, mate. Powerful man.
But he does this to get an elevated position, and he speaks to the crowds, and he's like,
Everyone, beat
it's
each other up.
"Yeah, beat each other up because the people of Asakusa will win, and we
Yeah,
are these
the
infiltrators."
impersonators are pussies, mate. We'll
Yeah.
batter them.
And then all of a sudden, a new festival I never thought existed, mate. A fight festival breaks out, mate.
Sick, mate.
Fucking fireworks kicking off, mate.
They
There's
love it as
people-
well, don't they? They're madheads, mate, in that town. I love them. They're sick. It's cut
So
back.
this-
Go on.
Yeah. So it comes back to the alley where the fight is happening. We find out this hooded man's called Aaron, and obviously he's swallowed a bug, and he's turned into an infernal, but not just any infernal, mate. It's an infernal demon.
Demon.
And Demon was one of the ones that Conroe fought 2 years ago. It basically like, took it all out of him, didn't it?
That's
Slapped
what
on him,
basically
didn't it?
made him half murdered.
Yeah.
Baked potato, mate.
And then they start fighting, don't they?
Not make me feel sorry. Tamaki and Maki when they knock each other out, mate. Why? They didn't need to fight each other. They literally know each other. They've just turned around and sparked each other clean out, bro.
Yeah, and Hidden was like, "What on earth's going on here? What an idiot! Like, what a bunch of idiots, kind of."
Oh, proper made me laugh, mate.
That Yoda guy's fuming in him because his works of art are getting ruined by punches and kicks in the face, mate. He's fuming, mate. He's fuming.
You get this little Shimmer flashback as well, don't you? And he has like a moment of panic and sort of like PTSD, doesn't he? Where obviously, he starts to see his legs as bones because obviously that's what was there. It was an infernal demon. I'm assuming, obviously, back in the day when his mum and brother, and he sees his legs as bones, and the archer says like, "Oh, you don't belong in the Fire Force," and it snaps him out of it because he's like, "What do you mean, mate? Yes, I do, pal." And he just it's the it's like Arthur. I'm gonna fly. It's where Arthur just goes flying past him, mate, asking if he's going to help. It's like in the background, and Arthur's still scrapping on his own. Because Shimmer's like dazed, like in a daydream or whatever. And Arthur's like, "You gonna help me?" Like flies off, mate. I love Arthur, mate. He's so funny, isn't he?
But the fight between Shimmer and Arthur and the other two, mate, in the previous episode and this episode, mate, it's so good. The animation, isn't it?
Oh, it's wicked, mate.
Arthur with sword, mate. He can block these arrows firing at him. Sick, mate.
What was that? There's a weird part of this episode though, like them little girls with them flipping like pedos, mate. It was like, "Oh, if you give me a kimono, I'll give you sweets or something," and they just battered them, didn't they?
Oh, that's when they find Hidden, I think.
Yeah, thankfully, mate, batter them. But mate. This is this next part, mate.
But yeah, there's only one man who's going to fight this demon.
It's our man, innit? Old Benny.
And Ben Amaro, mate. Isn't it? Well, like, you told us bit, mate. You told us.
So basically, Benny Maru's coming. And he's like, "No, leave this to me." Like, start scrapping. Shimmer and Arthur basically.
Stand back, haven't they?
Yeah, go and help. And he's fighting the demon. And they're like in the sky. He's like using his thing to go into the sky. He's like fighting the demon. And the archer one, she shoots an arrow or like tries to snipe, doesn't he? And there's this arrow going, and you hear him, Conroe, don't you? He's like, "Help him!" And like Shimmer's like, "What?" And then he looks up, doesn't he? He's like, "Oh shit!" But then he's got like full on Iron Man, hasn't he? Turbo mode, mate, just flying up. There's a scene, and then it shows you it from like the distance, and you see this arrow, and then you see like obviously Benny Maru's blitzing up with this demon in his thing. He's trying to like fill him in, and then Shimmer's obviously flying up as well. But from a distance, it looks so sick, mate. I love that scene so much.
I like the bit as well. Like arrows, like no one's ever stopping my arrow. You know, when I shoot, it's going to its target.
Yeah.
Shimmer proves it wrong, doesn't he? We have a bit as well where Arrow explains that to Shimmer that, you know, your powers, you shouldn't be with Fire Force. Your powers are so great that you should be your powers are basically to destroy mankind.
Yeah,
isn't it?
they're not to help mankind, they're to relinquish, like to get rid of it. She's just one of the typical cultist nutters in this show, mate. She just wants to burn the world. I'm not being funny. If you want to burn everyone, why don't you start burning yourself, love? Make yourself off before you make everyone else off.
Yeah, she also says about like her commander has got the dollar burst as well, which is obviously Shimmer's brother.
Yeah.
Mate, if he's got that, he's got a sword, massive sword like that, mate. He'd be sick here.
He might be one of the 6 characters, isn't he?
Yeah.
But Benny Maru, mate. Crimson Moon.
So he does this. He does a sick move. He does that fire wheel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And that the monster's not affected by it. It's just like shakes it off kind of thing. It's like, okay, fair enough. Benny Maru uses Crescent Moon, a special move from his best mate Conroe. It's basically his move, steals his move.
Robbed it, mate.
Obliterates this monster, but leaves like the crescent moon in the sky.
Yeah.
It basically changes the weather, mate. Changes the night sky.
There'll be floods, mate, I'm telling you that.
But because he's done this move, mate, ultimate move, he's exhausted, isn't he? He's flying down, Shimmer goes and saves him. Legend.
Superman style. Catches him, mid-air, legend.
It's a bit as well. After all this is done, it's all been sorted. The white-clad flee. The next morning, mate, all the town's been repaired. And I'm thinking, we need to recruit these people to do roadworks in England because roadworks in England take about 3 years, mate.
And the rest, man.
Road.
Got traffic lights, temporary traffic lights up for about 17 years, mate.
Well, that's a bit as well, lad. So it's all like peaceful now. It's all been sorted out. Benny and Obi, they share a cup, don't they? They share a cup as a bond of mutual friendship. Anyway, when Benny has a drink, he like smiles, doesn't he? And like they're all like, "What's going on here? Like, why is he smiling?" And Connor explains like when he has a drink, he's like that. And then Shiver starts laughing, doesn't he? And then Benny's like, "Do you want me to kill you? I will." And that's when the best ends the episode.
Do you want me to kill you? Because I will.
Well, he's doing it while he's still smiling. Yeah. It's just so funny. Yeah, it's Benny Maru is a great character to come into it. I don't know if he will be
long term or not. Nah, I think he
seems
like he'll just be temporary for now. I think I don't really know.
I think they did explain in the episode that the company they went to see, this company that had that red crossing, I think they got destroyed, didn't they, or something? Or they fled the city.
Fled, yeah.
So I don't know if Ben Amaro will be in it much longer. I don't know, but great couple of characters, Cobra and Benny. Yeah. But yeah, great episode, great couple of episodes. Next week, that's not next week, is it? Eventually, when we finish these shows, we're gonna up the Fire
not
Force.
Next week, week after.
Yeah, we're gonna up the Fire Force because we've got a lot of episodes to get through. We're quite a ways through now, season 1, but we've got another season of 24 episodes after that.
So about a quarter of the way, aren't we?
I mean, I'm not mad about it, mate. I loving the show. So,
yeah, it's good.
I welcome it.
And to be fair, we'll be up to date by the time the new season comes out next year, so we'll be all good. Yeah.
So with
happy days, mate. We'll be happy days.
So next week with Like a Dragon, we're going to watch the final 2 episodes, polish that off. We've got 3 episodes of Cobra Kai this week. We said we're going to do 2, but we're doing 3, mate.
Doing 3, and then we'll do 2 next week.
And then that'll be finished as well. So the week after that, we will be doing Fire Force. So if you guys are not watching it, get on it. Great show. Get
on it. You've got plenty of time to binge it, so you can obviously follow along with us as well. So yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
Do you want to do the other soundboard before we?
Yeah, I'll do the last one. This one's a bit of a mean one, but it'll do. I had to stop it.
It's funny when you know what's happening. Yeah. Oh. We try to keep quiet because it's been...
Right, Cobra Kai. So we spoke about this on the podcast before, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
And basically this season, the current season, what season is it? 5?
5, yeah.
It's come out in 3 parts. So we spoke about the first part, which was episodes 1 to 5, months ago, whenever they came out, like 2 months ago or whatever. There's another 5 episodes that just dropped now. So episodes 5 to 10. No, 6 to 10.
Yeah.
And then there's another load of episodes dropping in January. So we will be picking it back up again after we've finished watching them all. But this one picks up straight where the obviously last part left off, as you'd expect, at the Sekai Taikai, baby.
It's all kicking off, mate. All kicking off.
You got Miguel looking at Robbie, dead bitchy, because he's captain.
Yeah, you got Johnny's like, you know what we should do? He goes up to Danny, he's like, you know what we should do, mate? We should take out Crease straight away, mate. Take him to the ward.
Johnny's standing on business, mate, ready to murk off Crease instantly. No worries, mate.
Still, like, yeah, we'll just murk him off. Mate.
So I wrote here, right, still baffled how as a wanted man has still not been caught and managed to leave the country. But this is the only thing that pissed me off about this, right, is the fact that Crease's charges have apparently been dropped. What's that all about, mate? Get out.
Oh, you killed someone? Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. Oh, yeah, but I was in prison, wasn't I? Mate, you literally murked someone off for no reason just because you wanted to escape from prison to literally do karate, mate. Grow up. What do you mean?
So Johnny and Daniel's son, or LaRusso, I'm not seeing eye to eye still. Obviously, last episode, or the other part, they kind of had a bit of a falling out. And basically said, when this tournament's done, mate, we're done, kind of thing. This thing with Robbie and Tori, though, it grated me a little bit.
It annoyed me, mate. It pissed me off. I did love, though, Johnny with them nunchucks. Telling that guy he's got... I loved it. The best part about it was they're obviously at this like event and they're trying their hardest to get sponsorships and stuff for obviously the students, like Robbie and Miguel or them lot. And Johnny's just smashing these nunchucks like, what are these made of? Is it resin? He's like, no, it's because mine, mate. And then he looks at it and he's like, who are they? And like, this model is like, well, I've got much nicer looking students at my dojo. Like, trying his hardest, didn't he, to be fair to him? It's like, I've got loads nicer students than them.
Yeah, and this guy who's one of the sponsors, he basically tells Johnny, like, if we sponsor you, mate, and Johnny's like, what? Can you put kids through college? And stuff like, yeah, sort of that, mate, and more. And he's like, sounds good. Sounds good. And obviously, so him, LaRusso, are trying to give a good impression because obviously it would benefit their dojo and the kids who go to the dojo. So it's basically like a cocktail mixer party, isn't it? That Sekai Taikai have put on. So the teams can chat to different sponsors from around the world. And, like I say, give a good impression. But yeah.
Yeah, Robbie's basically chatting with Tori. He feels like he's getting somewhere. He got Sam the nosy car in the background just staring at him. So Tori's done a runner. There's a scene where they're trying to see who can kick the highest, and mate, they made that scene so tense, mate. Like, all you're doing is seeing who can kick highest. It's not like do or die, full in life or death situation. It was so serious, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, but like when you find out later on, it is a life and death, innit? Because
it is at the end.
Yeah, because obviously Dimitri farts in his sleep.
It's all farts this week, mate. All farts.
Yeah, basically all farts, mate. That should be the title of this episode, mate.
All farts.
All fart. But Daniel LaRusso inquires about this bandana, Mr. Miyagi's bandana he found in that treasure chest last part of the season. Obviously, the main heads of Sekai Taikai literally say, looks like a bandana from the 40s or 50s. And then kind of points him in the direction of like legendary champion that might know about it and offers to find information for Daniel LaRusso to the whereabouts. So Daniel LaRusso's like, yeah, man, I'm getting somewhere.
Cheers. Appreciate that. But then what happens, mate? Who rolls up? My man Chosen. Battered, mate.
Legend.
Comes in drunk because some random blokes answered the door to Kumiko. So he's made an absolute scene in the sponsor meet and got them all kicked out, mate.
One of the best characters for me in this show. Well, there's loads of characters, but
Quan, he's a very good new introduced, like a new character.
Like he's just such a good bad guy.
He's playing the arsehole role dead well, isn't
yeah.
he? So
and it's like really cocky as well, really cocky about it. And like you say, he beats Robbie in this tournament to kick the highest.
Yeah, Robbie's been hustled, mate, by Cobra Kai. Lost his rooms.
yeah, he lost his. So they basically got to sleep with Hawk and Dimitri.
He's lost his room. So they're all on the floor and everything, mate. There's about 7 of them in this room. Well, there's like 5, but still funny, isn't it?
And Dimitri, like one of the crappiest characters to go to the tournament, he's literally farting all night, mate. So you got
mate.
You got the heat of the room and you got the heat of his arse, mate. Freaking boffing.
Just dropping fart bombs in there. Like my office at work, mate. But this basically is a catch-up episode, isn't it, really? It's a catching up with everyone, set-up episode. So Dan's got obviously a load to learn about Mr. Miyagi's past. You got the group selection towards the end, didn't we? So Cobra Kai and Miyagi, of course, are going against each other. The part of this scene as well where they've got them having like a full-on 1v1 brawl. That was actually sick, that was. Literally, this episode alone has better fighting than the entirety of all of Like a Dragon so far. Like they're doing it so well now, like over the seasons and stuff. You can see how much better they've gotten at acting, and obviously the choreograph is like so much better, isn't it? They're all so athletic as well, to be fair, aren't they? The cast are. They do such a good job.
But basically, in these episodes, like, Robbie is so unfocused of what he's doing.
He's throwing, isn't he?
He's looking at Tori's ass, mate. He can't focus, mate. He's getting battered, mate. He's getting absolutely battered. And he loses a lot of fights because he's just focused on Tori. He's doing well. He looks at Tori, he's like, yeah, nice. And it's like it's smashed up, mate.
One of the notes I did, you know the Iron Dragons?
Yeah, I got. He has a unit, isn't he?
I thought, why are the Iron Dragons just full-on blokes and then just one teenage girl? Like they're all like in their 30s, mate, apart from that one girl.
Yeah, seven. It's like 4 on. Like there's 4 teams battling each other.
Yeah, it's so good. There's some very good action.
Cobra Kai's in there, Miyagi-Do's in there, Iron Dragons are in there, and then some other team I don't even take the name because they got battered, mate, straight away. Anyway, Cobra Kai eliminate Miyagi-Do because Robbie's looking at Tori.
Peasant.
And then they fight these Iron Dragons, mate, and they're still all standing, aren't they? All these Iron Dragons are all standing. But the main guy, Axel, big unit guy, him and what's her name? Zara, isn't it?
Zara, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Zara. They're the 2 left over. They literally batter Cobra Kai, mate. Like a new force to be reckoned with, aren't they, these Iron Dragons? And it kind of ends the episode. So they've got points on the board now. Iron Dragons got points on the board. And also, Cobra Kai got points on there as well.
Yeah, because they battered Miyagi-Do, didn't they? So.
Yeah.
Everyone's battered Miyagi-Do, mate. I just liked it. Their sensei's the one who took the last steak from Johnny. Johnny's fuming, isn't he?
Yeah, I think we're going to have a bit of a fight kick off there with them two.
There's got to be something there, mate. There's too much happening. We'll talk about a bit more about him, but
yeah,
there's a lot happening, mate. So this next episode 7, isn't it? It's basically kicked off with loads of clips from various fights. There's been like proper bow staff fights, 1v2s, like some really good action sequences again straight away on this. As we've learned to expect from this show, to be honest, like I say. And it instantly gets you straight into it, doesn't it? Like straight away. You learn these, the Iron Dragons are basically, the Iron Dragons are the Ivan Dragos of the Cobra Kai world, mate. From Rocky. They're like proper they're all like units, aren't they? Defo standing up, mate, they are.
Yeah, so basically still in this episode, Robbie's constantly focused on Tori. And this guy's the captain of the team, so he's getting murked off, mate. And obviously the team was struggling for him.
Been a right loser, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, so LaRusso's there, Johnny's there. Johnny's like, you need to be more aggressive. We're not getting anywhere because you need to be more aggressive. And Devon gets battered, doesn't she? And it's like this match where you have to stand on the board. And if you get knocked to the board, you're done, mate.
Brown.
Anyway, obviously, LaRusso's waiting for information about Mr. Miyagi, isn't it? More information on the Miyagi, and he gets sent to this place. He gets a letter. He goes, "I'll go to this place." Goes to this place, mate. It's a bit sketchy. Looks like a Jippo town, mate. This part of Barcelona. He goes there, and ends up in a dog cage.
He's been done in by a crowbar, hasn't he? Some little rascals done him in. He's overcharged him €5 for a Jesus-like keyring, mate. It's only worth €1 at most, that was, mate. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah, so basically it's been done straight away, and it's a crowbar on the back of his head.
However, I want to give a shout-out here to Karate Queen Zara, mate. Do you think she'll give us a shout-out for our podcast? She had about 250k live viewers on that live stream, mate. Like, do you think she'll give Controllers and Katanas a shout-out, mate?
I'll put her in the YouTube description, isn't it?
I'll have to change it to Cobras and Katanas, mate. Cobras and Karate.
Yeah, so Miguel at the moment, sick character, mate.
He's honestly so good, mate.
He's
so
literally
good.
carrying Miyagi-Do, mate.
On his shoulders, mate. He's there, mate. His back's killing him, isn't it?
Yeah, so they have this bit in the dressing room. Obviously, there's stuff kicking off all over the place. Dimitri is going to this big-ass university. And Hawk's not happy about it. He's like, shut up, mate. Focus on this. And then, obviously, Miguel's like, you're not focused to Robbie, so they're falling out. We have other, like, different words exchanged. Basically, the team's in pieces, isn't
it? Complete bits, mate. Utter bits. We learn a little bit about the Iron Dragons here as well, don't we? Because it's Sam, doesn't she? She walks past. And basically the sensei is horrible to the students, or at least that one student. And and obviously Johnny hates him as well, doesn't he, naturally?
Yeah, because he kind of, that Iron Dragon guy, he don't like Americans, does he? And basically, like, at the breakfast table area, buffet, Johnny's eating, like, muffins, isn't he?
Yeah.
And that guy's like, you are what you eat kind of thing. Basically dissing him, mate, he's fat and stuff. And, he goes, you need to eat the right foods to keep your stamina up, because obviously your team are losing, and by the end of that night, your team will be gone anyway, so.
Done for, mate. I honestly really love the events in this, you know. I think they're really cool. Yeah. It reminded me a little, there's like, when I was a kid, mate, so I've wanted to go to Japan since I was probably 6-7 years old, mate. And there was a movie. One of the main reasons is not because nothing to do with anime or anything. There was a movie I used to watch when I was a kid called Three Ninjas Strike Back, I think it was called.
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
It was basically these like 3 American kids, and they get taught martial arts by their granddad. In reality, not a very good film. Acting's not that good. It's like a proper typical like 90s random movie. But long story short, he's Japanese. He is. Their granddad is, and they end up going to Japan, and there's like this ninja martial arts like tournament with loads of different events. They've got like staffs. They've got like 1v1 fighting, and it just proper reminded me of that, like dead bad. Yeah. But that film, mate, you can't tell me that film's bad, mate. In my head, that's like one of the best films ever made. You know, like when you watch a film as a kid so much, and you just love it so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because it's got loads of different events, and it just reminded me a bit of that. And I was like, do you know what? I love this so much. I was proper loving this episode, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps it interesting as well. Like, what's the next event going to be? What's going to happen? Yeah, like. But LaRusso, mate, he uses that Jesus locket thing that they paid loads of money for. He uses that to pick the lock of the dog cage, and then he gets that, batters the captives, doesn't he? Batters a couple of them. Unleash all these dogs around him, so the dogs are munching on these captives. Then he's about to like leave, and then the leader of this like gang of thugs comes. LaRusso has a fight with this guy, batters him, doesn't he?
Got Herman Lee from Dragon Force. He's a peer, mate. He's fighting LaRusso, hasn't he? But there's a part earlier though, just before that, where Sam LaRusso's basically getting like dead mad, like, oh, my dad this, my dad that, like she's proper daddy's girl. And Johnny is right, like Danny Boy cared more. He cared more about looking for answers about Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi, than he did actually his students, which is, I understand obviously why he wants to, but obviously Johnny is correct in what he's saying there. Like he could have just not done that. He could have just waited. But you see these, I like it how they've started, obviously from when you watch the movies back in the day, to obviously the start of Cobra Kai and all the way through Cobra Kai. Like Johnny's probably had the best character arc. Like you see so many different sides of him, and it turns out like obviously when you see about his dad and stuff in the movie, and like how his dad was horrible to him and how his family's horrible to him or whatever. Or his I think it was his stepdad, wasn't he? And then you had Kreese, and obviously Kreese is an arsehole, and you got Silver as an arsehole. And then you get these moments where they show you how Johnny actually is like a really good guy. Like he really does care about the students, doesn't he? And you get these certain moments that make him a lot more relatable. And obviously, I think he is the best character in the show. To be fair, mate, in terms of like storyline and stuff. Yeah. Like in terms of storyline, he's probably one of the better characters. He's probably had the better story arc of obviously like developing into a better guy and that sort of stuff. And he shows it in these next 2 episodes, especially, doesn't he? Which are very, very, very good episodes. These are.
Yeah. So Lewis is fighting this guy. He's battering him, and he gets pushed to the floor. While he's pushed to the floor, he rips the guy's sleeve and reveals a Cobra Kai tattoo. And he's like, "What's going on here?" And now he thinks Kreese. He thinks like, Kreese has sent this guy. Gets up, does the special move from Karate Kid, doesn't he? The jumping kick thing. Knocks him back, punches him, throws him for a table, mate.
WWE, mate. Table.
Yeah, the cop goes, table. It's like, right, this one here, mate. Boom. Power bombs him through it, mate. But back at the tournament, we have Miyagi-Do's. It's like the fight of all fights in it, basically. Like, if you lose this fight, mate, you're done. You're out.
This is it.
It's
mate.
over.
Mate, this fight was so fucking sick, mate. The platform event, I loved it so much. So basically, you got like 2 people versus 2v2 on top of this platform. If someone falls off, someone else from the team gets to climb up and join in, and that's how it goes until you basically your team's got no one left. I loved it, mate. I thought it was a wicked event.
You know what made me laugh? So they announced the teams, didn't they? And Miyagi-Do's fighting this Dublin Thunder, basically like a load of rowdy Irish.
Proper typical, like stereotypical Irish people.
Yeah, like proper like jumping up and down and stuff, and really excited about the event. Like, yeah, come on, we'll have you, kind of thing. But yeah, do you want to tell us about the animated event? I'll let you. What notes you got for it?
Which one?
The last event, the elevated platform event.
Oh, with Robbie being a peasant again. Yeah, but just tell them about their outfits.
Oh yeah. So their outfits are the Dublin Thunder, mate. Basically, like Naruto outfits.
They're literally all dressed like Naruto, like the bright orange, mate. Like, they're literally just Naruto.
It's got to be a nod to Naruto.
It's got to be, mate. It can't not be. They're bright orange, man. Like, but basically,
guess what? Never saw it coming, did you?
No, mate.
Robbie gets merged off again.
Robbie's a peasant, mate. He's just throwing. He's got battered by a girl as well. Like, no offence to girls, but come on, Robbie, mate. You're meant to be like the captain, best bloke on the team. You got battered by a girl. But Sam and Devon are up there, battering them. Devon sabotaged herself like a legend, didn't she? She took one of them out and herself out to obviously give them the upper hand.
Like a spear, wasn't it? Goldberg spear.
Yeah. Dimitri, he's sabotaged too. He's managed to knock Orc off. Like,
it's crappy.
Not even paying attention. And then you've got our man come up, the one and only Miguel, mate. Miyagi.
Just before that, Tori does a roundhouse kick on that girl.
Oh yeah.
Knocks a tooth out, mate. Fatality.
Feels a clean, Feels a clean.
Basically, roundhouse kicks this woman off the platform, and then just see a tooth left over there. It was a massive tooth. It must be a front tooth, man. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. But you never see that girl again, so she could be dead.
She's dead. She's fully dead, man.
Straight into the pit, mate. Straight into the pit.
But Miguel 1v2. so sick, mate. Honestly,
it's how he enters, though, isn't it?
Lovely little sequence in it. That
how he enters, though, it's like he looks at Robbie. It's like, this is how you do it, mate.
Yeah.
Watch.
Just watch
Just
how it's
stand there,
done.
mate. Just stand there.
You stand there, kid. Don't you worry. I'll fucking sort it. Gets up there. He's a good He's a great. To be fair, he's a very good actor as well. I'm so glad.
I've not seen Blue Beetle yet.
I literally mentioned it in my note. I put, I'm so glad he's in DC as Blue Beetle still, mate, because it's a very good introductory superhero movie, mate. You should watch it. I think you will enjoy it.
I will, yeah.
But he's great. He's really good. Johnny's missus, obviously Miguel's mum, has been rushed to hospital, so they've basically had to jump on a plane back to the States. So Johnny and Miguel are gone.
Yeah, Miguel in that final fight though, it takes them all out. It takes them all out.
To cry about it.
Emotion.
It takes them all out.
So Miguel has this fight, but he ends up 2-on-1, mate. And
he's so good, mate. Wicked, innit?
Yeah, so he's taking these two guys and literally murks them off, mate. But definitely this episode, it's that big unit, isn't it, that Irish bird. Unit, mate. She takes that Sam and she's taking lives, mate. Devin's like, I'm having this, mate.
She's standing on business, she is, isn't she? You got to respect her, mate. You got to respect her. But I spoiled it a little bit because this next episode, you obviously know Johnny's going back, but I didn't even think about Miguel going back, you know, until obviously I picked up.
I was like, Miguel, he's taking Miguel away, man. Oh, man.
But like, obviously, realistically, it's his mum, isn't it? So like, he's going to want to. It's not like he's. It's not like he's forcing him. He's obviously going to want to come back, isn't he? But obviously, Johnny wants Kenny to take his place, which I think is a good choice because Kenny's a unit now, mate.
Kenny should take over Dimitri.
Dimitri's
I put on my notes, mate.
So shit, mate. He's such a peasant. It's unbelievable.
That's a funny bit in this bit, isn't it?
Oh, the scene. There's a scene of them getting on the plane. Annoyed me so bad. Like, you got that fat chode of a man being an arsehole and dead rude to the cabin crew. This really annoyed me, right? He's being dead horrible to the cabin crew, but then the cabin crew's being arsey to Johnny.
No.
I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's just a typical thing because he's got money and he's in first class. Like,
everyone else is peasants, isn't it?
But one thing that did make me laugh is when that woman's like to Johnny, "Are you going to be a problem?" And he's like, "Probably a little." Like, just dead honest, isn't he? Probably a little, yeah.
Yeah. So after the LaRusso got put in a dog cage, basically, he thinks it's Kreese, mate. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna batter him, mate." And then Chosen's like, he's like, "No, don't retaliate, mate. Just focus on the tournament kind of thing." And LaRusso's like, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we need to go into like defensive mode or whatever." Chosen agrees, and then remembers that Hawk came up to him that night, saying, "Oh, can we party?" He goes, "Yeah, if you party harder." so they've gone fucking partying. They went to a defense mode. They've gone partying, mate.
They're blasted,
mate. Chosen's like, "Yeah, I better go and get him." It's just his face when he's like thinking about it, like.
It's like he has this realization where he thinks, "Oh shit,
I've got to sort this out, man."
Well, Kreese is a nutter, mate. He's an absolute nutter. Like, any Americans watching or listening to this, you know how you have your stereotypical like versions of what British people are like, bad teeth, all that sort of stuff. You do realise that everyone in the world, apart from America, sees Americans as Kreese, mate. Like, he is your typical stereotypical American. Thinks absolutely everyone is at war with him. Like, mate, it's a karate tournament, pal. Calm yourself down, mate.
Did you say all Americans think English people got no teeth?
Yeah, they think they got bad teeth, don't they? That's like one of the stereotypes that Americans have of English people.
Oh, I never heard that. But...
Yeah. Well, everyone sounds like this in England. Nah, mate. Bottle of water. Nobody sounds like that ever, apart from like Victorian Britain, mate. Like,
yeah.
You've got your accent from 1884, mate. What do you mean?
But yeah, so Chosen's looking for the kids into. Cobra
Wait, sorry.
Kai's.
It's Johnny on the plane where he's asked that woman, why is the plane doing that bendy thing? Can't you just go in a straight line? She's like, what? Following the curvature of the earth? Fucking Johnny's a flat earther, mate. Confirmed.
So Cobra Kai, Kreese has told Quan to like basically go and cause havoc, mate.
Yeah.
Get in their heads.
Start
Get him out of this
trouble.
tournament kind of thing. Yeah. So he sent that. Obviously, LaRusso wants different. He wants them to be on the defense. Doesn't know they're partying hard.
Chosen does that.
Chosen exposes because he sees Mrs. Kim, doesn't he? She's out looking for the Cobra Kai lads as well. And Chosen and Mrs. Kim, mate, their relationship, mate.
Mate, Kim and Chosen are like two of my favourite people, like in the entire universe. Their dynamic and scenes have always been fantastic, mate. This episode especially is so good, aren't they? Like the little scenes together are so funny. It's one of the parts where they scrap those two blokes and then Chosen flies off on a like electric scooter.
Yeah, so obviously they're making a partying hard. Robbie's drinking alcohol, mate. He's out of it, mate.
He was straight edge, mate. Didn't believe in alcohol and drugs, and now he's getting wasted on rum and cokes, mate. Which is decent bevy, to be fair. Respect it.
I know. Yeah, he's gone to the best one of the best drinks.
Yeah, he's got some decent stuff.
But Dimitri and Hawk are sitting at a table. They're looking around, seeing his girls. Like, yeah, not bad. Thing is, we can't do anything because we've both got girlfriends and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, we won't do it. We won't do anything. We won't do anything. And then this girl comes up and asks Hawk. Hawk's like, no, I've got a girlfriend. Dimitri is like, yeah, I'll go dance with. He goes off and dances with this girl, and then like Hawk rings his missus. Like,
Just before that as well, where Mrs. LaRusso has verbally obliterated Anthony LaRusso and made him go and apologise to Kenny, mate. I was like, yes, that's literally what a mum would do, mate. Like, I'm disgusted in you. Like, what? Mum, I ain't done no.
Because they have this like video with me, man.
He's laughing his head off though, isn't he? He's like, I didn't even make that, but it's dead funny.
But the meme, it's until I take off and like,
yeah, he goes into the toilet and the toilet just flies away with him attached to it, doesn't it? Proper stupid.
Yeah, so Hawks rings his bird up, rings his girlfriend up, is like seeing how she is and stuff. But Demetrius' girlfriend's there as well with Hawk's girlfriend, and Hawk's got her on video call. And she goes, "Oh, you had a good time?" Yeah. Flips the camera, like shows her the bar thing, and then they go past Dimitri dancing with this girl, and then it's like, "Wait, go back a minute. What's that?" Go back. Dimitri gets caught red-handed, mate.
It's his girlfriend. She's like this. Shady little man whore.
And then obviously Dimitri gets caught, and he gets basically gets dumped, mate.
His missus phones him straight away, calls him a shady little man whore. I proper made me laugh on him.
And then he blames Hawk, saying, "Oh, you got me, like, basically your fault. I got dumped." He's like, "No, mate, you've been
suffer the consequences,
dodgy,
mate. Suffer the consequences, pal." There's a nice little, like I mentioned with Johnny earlier, there's a nice little scene in this as well where him and Miguel have like a bit of a heart-to-heart, don't they? And he's obviously gets really emotional. Johnny does. And what I liked about this scene is like Johnny's like crying, like, "Oh, I'm really worried about your mum. Like I'd be lying if I wasn't." He's tearing up, all this sort of stuff. So you get this really emotional side to him, and then that fat dickhead comes back, doesn't he? Swings for Johnny, and Miguel just uppercuts him.
And the whole plane, like, yeah.
It was like, yes. So like you've got this entire sequence where like you see him like really like vulnerable and all this stuff. And then they instantly show you, like, no, he's a badass, mate, really. I know Miguel does it, but, like, Johnny's ready, isn't he? Like,
until, like, when they got off the plane as well, the cops are, like, thanking him. Like, "Oh,
yeah, like, they give him a lift to the hospital.
Yeah.
Cops do, don't they?
You did a good job or whatever."
Like, "Oh, we appreciate people like you." So good.
Anthony and Kenny bury the hatchet, and to confirm the friendship again. until LaRusso goes to the shop and gets some laxative drink, doesn't he? It's like,
What's he got, a mouthwash or something as well, doesn't he? What's that other thing he's got? He's got two things.
I think it's like the mix of both in it. Makes him crap himself. But basically, yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean business. I'm gonna crap myself like you did or whatever. And while he's drinking it, mate, getting this like potion ready, like drinking it all, Devon like feels guilty about what she did to Kenny. Rings Kenny up, says like, "Oh, sorry for what I've done or whatever." And Kenny's like, "Don't apologise now. Just we'll talk about it when I get to Barcelona or whatever." Turns around, mate. He's up the whole lot, hasn't he?
He's done it. He's like, how long does it take? He's like, mate, you want to get to the toilet now? And he's like, Mum, start the engine, Mum. Get the car going. But with you mentioning Quan earlier, one of the things I wrote a note about Quan. Like, my note was basically like, oh, I wonder what type of character arc he's going to get. If he's going to be like, if he's going to get more of a villain, more of a knobhead sort of thing. Because it's those little, it's like being very psychological at the moment, isn't he? Like, he's trying to make Robbie think that him and Tori are together. So Robbie's like, he's obviously lost his head, hasn't he? He's like, oh, well, she's cheating on me. She's left me. We're on a break or whatever. It's classic Rachel and Ross from Friends situation, I think, really, mate. But
it's your favourite scene, though, isn't it, before that?
Which one?
Mrs. Kim and...
Chosen and Kim, mate.
Yeah, do you want to tell him?
As for Chosen and Kim, come on! Well, it's after that, isn't it? It's they all leave, don't they? And they go back into the same bar, and they're like looking around like, oh, they've all left. The kids have the kids have left, and then they like start fighting in the bar, don't they? And then they just, obviously they hit it off. Let's just say that, mate. There's a lot of tension there, mate, and they can't hack it, mate. They can't hack it.
The fall to temptation, mate. It's like kissing each other, isn't it?
And it goes to like the next scene, doesn't it? And she's got all her hair untied, and she's got sand all in her hair and stuff. It's like it shows us like what happens in Barcelona stays in Barcelona. Just the bit that made me laugh is when he's like, "Oh, what you been doing?" He's like, "Oh no, I just made a mistake." And she looks at him and goes, "A mistake?"
We have that scene as well. But obviously, Robbie's had a bit too much. That Zara girl is having this beef with Tori. It's like, I know a way how to get one over on her. Basically, I don't know what happens, but probably comes out of her room. I'm assuming they did the deed or whatever, but yeah, anyway, it turns around. Robbie's out of it, mate. He's like a zombie.
He's gone, mate.
Turns around and Zara kisses him, but as they're doing it, the lift opens. Tori's there, sees it all. And then like, Zara's like, yeah. Like, Tori floats off whatever. Zara's like, yeah. Basically got one over you, mate.
1-0, mate. 1-0.
Yeah.
But
big moment. Miguel and the baby are... Miguel and Johnny get to the hospital. Baby's all right. Mum's all right. Gets back. Yeah, you got to go back to Barcelona, mate.
Yeah. I thought Miguel and Johnny are going back. What about poor old Kenny? What's he doing? But mate, we were hoping that Kenny's going to just take over from Dimitri because he's useless, mate. He's a waste man. Then we find out the long-haired Herman Lee dude isn't with Kreese. He's with Wolf, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Sensei Wolf.
Sensei Wolf.
Iron Dragon leader.
So they rush down there, don't they, to confront him. Fucking Big Silver's back, mate.
He's chilling in the jacuzzi, isn't he?
I literally put, why is that knobhead back? I hate him, mate. I honestly hate him.
I'm intrigued to see what happens next episode, because Kreese don't like Silver now.
No one does.
Johnny don't like Silver. No, the whole world don't like Silver. So is Kreese gonna... I don't think Kreese will...
Wolf's new to it, mate. He just probably knows about the money, doesn't he?
Wolf is going to be sick, though. His character's going to be... It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be mad, mate. I'm telling you now.
But when I watched them episodes, I was like, hey, I need to watch the next two, mate. But I can't, because...
We can.
Watch the podcast.
Now, mate. Straight after this pod. Straight on it, mate.
Yeah, I'm knackered, though, innit?
Yeah, I'm going straight to bed after this. I'm not going to lie. For those of you who don't know, we're recording this literally Thursday, the day before it's out. At like, it's literally currently 10:30 at night, like PM. We've been to work all day. We've literally, I've got kids, man. Kids in bed. Me and my wife's been doing some decorating beforehand. Like, we're living our lives like prior to this going live. Like, to us doing it, man. We do a lot of stuff. Martin's had a nap. Like,
Yeah,
we're old, man.
Mate, I was at work, mate. I was literally like, I'm fading out here. So I had to have a nap before this episode. Yeah, I needed it, mate. I feel better now, but I was literally driving home like.
Like, why am I in someone's back garden? Like, a car upside down like that.
Because obviously in England at the moment it's snowing and stuff. Well, it's not snowing, but it's icy and it's
literally
cold.
minus 4.5 degrees Celsius this morning when I got in my car to go to work. Which for some people they'll be like, oh, that's t-shirt weather. Like, if you live in like Alaska and stuff like that. But in the UK that is like unheard of. That's like mental low temperatures. That is.
Oh, water bottle weather, isn't it?
Yeah, mental.
Well, I remember,
it's literally 3 pairs of socks weather, mate. Like, that's how cold it is, pal.
I was driving in from work and I realised I had the heater on because it's cold. I was there like, yeah, I can't.
Oh, you know, when the warm air is blowing your face and your eyes are just doing that.
I was like stuck in traffic. I was like, flipping it. I'll just go to sleep now, mate.
Mental. Absolutely mental, mate. The sound. Titanic, mate. Titanic.
And Titanic came out in... Is it
1999, I think.
Yeah, that's it. I know it was one of them. So I've got a story about it.
It's a classic movie. I'll say a little bit. It's obviously... it's a very, very good film, to be fair. It's completely different to the things that most of the people that are listening and watching this probably watch, like, because it is just like a romance, like, drama thing in it, basically. But I've got a bit of a funny story about this. So there's, in the movie, we watched it like a year ago with my son. Not necessarily, we didn't like, oh, you're sitting down and watching Titanic, it's the best movie ever. We just thought we'd put a movie on and we just picked Titanic. And there's a part where the boat's clean in half and there's like people falling. And like there's a guy who hits the propeller and he goes, dong. My son, I looked at him and he just burst out laughing, and it made me laugh as well because it's just comical, mate. It's like dead serious, but at the same time, it's just stupid, mate.
I mean, I laughed. I did the same laugh, mate. It's so funny. It's just a noise like. Boom. It was 97. It came out.
It was 97. I thought it was. I just checked. That's mad. So that is.
I've got a story for this. There is some questions as well. We need to answer after I've said the story. But so my story was, when this first came out, I was going to Spain from England. So basically, you go on a coach, you go on a boat, and then a coach again to get to Spain. And the first time I watched this film was when you go on a coach, they put like movies on. And this movie was Titanic, and we was about to go on the ferry, so I was like, this is a good film, isn't it? I was like a young lad at the time. I was like, this is a good film to watch. About to go on a boat and watch a film about a boat getting splitting off, mate, and everyone dying pretty much. So I was like, watched that, and I was like, got on the boat, like really scared, like, quick, where's the rubber dinghy thing? But yeah, that was it. I was like, what on earth? What timing for that?
Just checking around for the escape hatches. Where do I go in case of an emergency?
Yeah, I was like looking for the boats, some little boats. The questions we need to answer for the people listening in, watching, is why did Rose not move over and let Jack get on that door? And Ian's got the answer for you. Look, he's looking for it. I'm
looking at a picture of the door above with her lying down and him sat on it. And he's not even wearing a life jacket. She's got a life jacket and a door. He's got nothing, mate.
It's immoral, isn't
it? There's loads of room. She could have just smudged over a little bit. Easy. Just curl up. He's done it, mate. Mate, do you want to know the worst thing ever? It's not even a door. They're not even on a door.
I thought there was a door.
No, it's a part. It's the top part of one of the door frames. Someone's got a picture of it on the actual boat. Nah, I don't believe you. I mean, I'm looking at it and I do believe him, but at the same time, I'm saying it's a door.
There's always room for Jack, there, isn't there?
There's mate, I'm looking at it. There's loads of room for him. There's never been not enough room on for Jack there. Selfish. It's when she peels him off and all, like, get off, peasant, chucks him into the water. I don't care if you're
breaks him off me, like, and he floats off, doesn't he? It's like his arms like that.
And then she robs that whistle off that other dead bloke.
Yeah, at least that's.
Does she rob it off another dead bloke?
Oh no, she hears the boats coming to save people.
Because I know she gets that whistle, doesn't she?
Yeah, she swims to the water, doesn't she, to get a whistle off one of the guys.
Do it to save yourself.
I was talking about it earlier.
Selfish woman.
We was talking about it earlier as well. Like, there's a bit where, like, because in real life, the media convinced people that the Titanic's unsinkable, mate. Like, it's not going to happen. And it kind of portrays in the film because, like, there's a bit where the Titanic's going down, mate. It's gone, mate, in the middle of the ocean, middle of the Atlantic. And the people are like, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my room and have a cup of Darjeeling, mate, with a couple of biscuits, mate. And I was like, what? When he went to the phone, be like, what are you doing, mate?
I'm going back to the room and having some of Yorkshire's best tea and a couple of bickies.
Yeah, getting the slaves, like, the servants, like, yeah, you go and make a cup of tea. Servants, like, mate, I'm gone, mate. I'm going on the first boat out, mate.
Like, where is everyone?
Anyway, they get forced to put the kettle on. But like that happened in real life, apparently. People were so convinced, like the media
it was fake.
Did a number on them, mate.
Proper propaganda, mate. Done for.
And obviously, you have them, like in the film, you have like parents like just tucking kids into bed, mate, and there's like water coming up, mate. That's like, I mean, if you're in that situation, maybe just like, you know what, there's no point, mate. There's no point trying to panic and rush and get on this boat because there's not going to be enough boats for everyone.
Realistically, right, it's absolutely heartbreaking, isn't it? Like, genuinely, that did happen to people. But getting dunged on the propeller was funny, I must admit. But yeah, Titanic, let us know. I'd be surprised if no one's seen that.
I mean, it's a great film, like...
I feel like I watched it at school. Like back in the day.
Yeah. James Cameron, director, did other classics like Avatar, Terminator.
Yeah,
he's a legend of the game, isn't he? But yeah, I remember the song as well that came out. Literally, like, it was everyone at school was singing it, man. I got bored of it, man. I was like, oh, mate. Celine Dion, mate. Everyone was singing at school. I was like, oh,
Big
shut up.
C. Donny. What's up there?
Yeah, she's a good singer, like.
It's so annoying, though, wasn't it? Like, it literally was so annoying.
I mean, it's a good song, but when like people who can't sing at school, mate, singing, you're like, oh, shut up, man.
Yeah, it gets much, doesn't it?
Just like people like in the middle of classes that burst out song, like, what are you doing? Is it pantomime or what? Like on theatre or what? What's going on here?
What's going on here? Come on, take it, Mickey now.
But yeah, like we say every week, if you've got any experiences or funny stories or best moments in the film, let us know in the comments. Obviously, yeah, we'll get to reply and see and have a laugh at your stories as well.
Yeah, man.
But we say every week, don't we? Join the Discord. Buy the t-shirts on the merchandise store.
Mine's rocking one of that sick ass shirt today.
Yeah, look. The Betrayal t-shirt.
Use code Cheeky10 for 10% off.
Is that still good? Is that still good?
Yeah, permanent, mate. Till I say so. Till I say no, basically.
So basically, you got 10% right there, mate, to lure you in. But yeah, join the YouTube, join the Discord, join TikTok, mate. We've got shorts.
Follow us on Instagram as well. Basically, just look in the link tree and just get all of our links. Follow me and Martin on etc. etc. But the main thing is the Discord, purely because we're just trying to build a community there of TV show, gaming, anime lovers, and it's a nice spot everyone's friendly there that are currently in there. You can have a bit of a laugh. There's a meme section, and yeah, just come and have a chat. Just let us know about your experiences, and put us on to new anime, because we're always up for it. I could do with a new 12 episoder, which I'll probably do a short about, to be honest with you. But yeah, as always, thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting us. We're on a massive 48 subscribers at the moment, so it doesn't sound like a lot to a lot of people, I know, but it's rising. It's the fact that we know our numbers are getting there, our views are getting better or more consistent, and it does. As much as we're not doing this for like fame or fortune or anything like that, it is nice to know there's people that are actually watching and listening and enjoying our content, and it's nice to know that we're making other people obviously entertained and happy, and obviously enjoying our content. So we appreciate it. We thank you all, and we will
catch you in the next one.
bath and bed. Catch you in the next one.
See you in a bit.
All right. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.